Imagine this. You walk into a fancy steakhouse, drop $150, $200, even $300 on what the menu calls a Kobe beef ribeye. It arrives perfectly marbled, sizzling, and you take that first buttery bite thinking you're tasting pure luxury. Or maybe you grab a premium Kobe-style pack at the grocery store for a special dinner at home. But here's the jaw-dropping truth. There's a 99% chance what you just ate wasn't real Kobe beef at all. It was probably regular American steak, cheaper Wagyu from somewhere else, or even meat that had nothing to do with Japan. This isn't a tiny mix-up. It's been happening for years in restaurants and stores all over the world. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never fall for it again. So what is real Kobe beef supposed to be? It's not just any fancy Japanese steak. It's a super protected name, like champagne from France. According to Japan's Ministry of Agriculture, MAFF, and the official Kobe Beef Marketing and Distribution Promotion Association, genuine Kobe can only come from purebred Tajima-strain Japanese Black cattle. These cows have to be born, raised, and slaughtered right in Hyogo Prefecture, nowhere else. The rules are crazy strict. The animal has to be a steer or a virgin heifer, never had a calf. It has to be at least 28 months old when slaughtered, usually around 32 months. The carcass can't weigh more than about 500 kg. After slaughter, it gets graded. It needs a beef marbling score of 6 or higher out of 12, a yield grade of A or B, and an overall quality grade of 4 or better. Every single certified carcass gets a unique 10-digit ID number stamped on it, plus an official chrysanthemum flower mark and a paper certificate so you can trace it all the way back to the exact farm. Only about 7,000 Tajima cattle get registered every year in Hyogo. Out of those, just 500 or fewer actually pass all the tests and become certified Kobe beef. That's it. A few thousand carcasses for the entire planet each year. All that care, time, and tiny supply is why real Kobe is expensive. Farmers raise these cows with special local feed and give them years to develop that insane marbling. The result? Melt-in-your-mouth tenderness and a flavor you can't copy. That's the real economics. Limited supply plus years of work equals high price. Here's where things started going wrong. Over the last decade or so, social media, celebrity chefs, and food trends turned Kobe and Wagyu into the ultimate status symbol. Everyone suddenly wanted that buttery, marbled steak on their plate or Instagram. Japan's overall beef exports hit record highs, climbing year after year, with strong demand from the US, China, and other countries. But real Kobe beef? It's still tiny. Most of it stays in Japan, and only a handful of certified shipments go abroad. So you've got sky-high global demand crashing into super low supply. Restaurants and stores around the world started slapping the word Kobe on their menus and packages to cash in, even when they couldn't actually get the real stuff. Prices shot up because people were willing to pay premium for the name. High demand plus tiny real supply created the perfect storm, and that's exactly when the fakes rushed in. This is the true crime part. Fraudsters don't even bother smuggling real Kobe. It's too tightly tracked with those 10-digit IDs and official stamps. Instead, they just relabel cheaper meat and sell it as Kobe. Common tricks: taking American Wagyu or crossbred beef and calling it Kobe, using Wagyu from other Japanese regions, injecting regular beef with fats or chemicals to fake the marbling, or even using completely different meat like buffalo and repackaging it with fake certificates and stamps. Here are real examples from investigations back before 2012, and still a huge problem today. Over 99% of Kobe beef served in US restaurants was fake. No Japanese beef was legally allowed in the country because of disease import bans. Yet fancy steakhouses everywhere had it on the menu. A 2016 investigation by Inside Edition confronted top New York spots like the Old Homestead. They were charging hundreds of dollars for steaks that weren't real Kobe. Overseas, the scams get even bigger. In China and Vietnam, police have busted rings smuggling or faking Wagyu-style beef. One 2025 case in Hanoi seized 65 tons of Indian buffalo meat that was injected with chemicals to look marbled and sold as premium Wagyu. Other busts involved repackaged cheaper beef hitting high-end markets. The fakes are easy to make. Just print bogus labels, skip the real ID number, and charge 5 to 10 times the real cost. The criminals make bank, and honest Japanese farmers lose out. So why doesn't anyone stop this? Here's the plot twist. A lot of the system actually benefits from the lie. In Japan, the Kobe name is strictly protected. But in the US and many other countries, Kobe isn't a protected trademark on restaurant menus or most store labels. The government checks imported meat for safety, but they don't police every menu claim the same way. Restaurants and supermarkets love it because they can buy cheap beef, call it Kobe or Kobe style, charge luxury prices, and keep the extra profit. Domestic US. Wagyu producers also benefit from the confusion. Their meat sells better when people mix it up with the famous name. Everyone in the chain makes more money, except the real farmers in Hyogo, who spend years raising those special cows, and you, the customer, paying top dollar for something that isn't what it claims to be. It's a quiet win-win for sellers and a loss for everyone else. All right? Here's how you protect yourself and actually get the real thing, or at least avoid the scam. To spot real Kobe, ask for the 10-digit individual ID number and check it on the official Tajima Beef Certification System or the Kobe Beef Association website. Look for the official blue-purple chrysanthemum, Nojikiku stamp, pressed right onto the meat. Make sure the restaurant or store is on the official approved list. There are only a tiny number of certified sellers and maybe 3,000 restaurants worldwide allowed to sell genuine Kobe. If the menu says Kobe style, American Kobe, or Wagyu style, or if there's no certificate or ID number, walk away. It's not real. When you get actual certified Kobe from a trusted source, it really is one of the most incredible things you'll ever eat. Everything else is just expensive marketing. So, have you ever ordered Kobe beef at a restaurant or bought it at the store and now you're wondering if it was the real deal? Tell me your story in the comments. I read every single one. If this video opened your eyes, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next food scam we expose. Thanks for watching. See you next time.